Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Ningen Fushin, episode 6. Now we're halfway through the show now, but like I said, the show has really become a really good show for me. It is gonna be, like I said, it's not gonna be the best show of this year for me, no. But it has like good characters I enjoy, and like some of the chemistry they have with each other makes the show work, you know. So with episode 6, following the ending of the previous one, where they're gonna do like a mathematics bare knuckle fight, basically. It's like which is which is something that I've not heard of, though. Well, in anime, of course, though. Like first, like you do like some math problems, then at the same time there's a brawl going on. Like two people from each party. Like one does solving math problems, and the other one is doing doing fisticuffs, right? So one pair doing one, and the other doing another, right? So, and if one person gets a higher score on the math tests than the other, then that one person who got the highest, their teammate gets a free punch, basically a free hit on the other person who has whose teammate gets the lowest score. And so of course with Nick is gonna brawl with Leon, the tiger man, and then with Curran is gonna have the math test with Claudine. Of course, we know what Claudine is, and we get in this episode we get a little bit backstory it makes it feel sorry for how the way she had a bad life in the beginning, though. But the thing is, though, it doesn't excuse for what she was doing now. Like she had parents that tried to sell her, right? Okay, that's bad enough. That's basically if you have shitty parents who tries to sell you for money, that's obviously bad parenting. Let alone you have shitty parents. Okay, I understand that she had bad parents because of that, and now because of that, though, she found her way to start conning people up and making money up when she more grown up, right? So, and doing that since. And then since with meeting Nick, did the same thing, and she was going to do the same thing with this other kid who was going to do the same birthday present too, until when Nick stopped her, right? But the thing is, yeah, I know you understand you have shitty parents, that's bad though, but the thing is, though, like I said, it doesn't excuse for your actions what you're doing now. Basically doing almost, well, she didn't sell anybody, but conning people or scamming people, right? It's not excusable for your own actions what you're doing now, become as bad as them. You basically became as bad as your own parents. So she's gonna do the solve math problems with Curran, and while I said with Leon with fighting against Nick. And before that, it's like a week. They have a week's worth of a week's wait, you know. So Curran is going to learn do math, right? So she has having to do some doing practice tests, you know. First she gets First, like, oh, it's like Zem is like, oh, you're doing good, you know, you're improving, right? And then he's like Curran, I like her faces, which she's getting all excited, like, ha ha ha, am I doing good? I'm good, right? And then it shows that she scored an 18. But the thing is, though, she may have scored 18 on this. We saw the first week on this practice test, though. But when she's doing against Claudine, first she gets like an 86, and then she gets like high 70s as well, like a 79, 78, right? So it shows that she has learned quite a bit how to do math problems, you know. Says that she doesn't know how to do math. She has learned quite a bit, right? And so, and while it's going on, Nick, you know, things like despite her, she got some pretty decent scores, though. Claudine is getting higher, so Leon is getting all the free punches at Nick. And But they suspected, though, that they have something going on, right? So with Tiana using her magic to detect any other magic is being used off in the distance, right? And also, because it's also suspicious, obviously, that Claudine was cheating because, she has, like, a lot of times she has, like, her hand, like, right here, kind of blocking her ear off, so, right? Because they have, this communication stone, right, to communicate, like telepathy, right? And, of course, it's communicating with that other guy that's in their party, right? The guy with the glasses that Curran slammed down to the ground last episode. So, using this calculating thing, this calculating abacus, right? So, yeah, so she's been using that, like, that's why she's been covering her ear, so that wouldn't, like, so no one would notice. But that's why she's been getting good scores, though, because they're cheating. But the thing is, though, Curran has been doing pretty good on her own, though, getting these very decent scores. So, but as soon as they suspect, that something's going on, they find the person, like Claudine, Zam, and Power Bond Sword. I forget his human name. What is our next? I swear, there's never a video where I'm yawning in every single video, and it's really bothering me. But hey, that's what happens that's what happens due to lack of sleep, though, right? But anyway, so they find the guy, and like Claudine's getting very frustrated, because he sees like, what's taking so long? Why are you taking so long? Give me the answer, come on, right? But he got caught, and then she kind of let her cat out of the bag when she stood up and said, "Why are you taking so long?" So, and like Leon kind of suspect that they already had something, because they kind of saw, despite he was getting all the free punches and all that stuff, they kind of say what was their part of their plan was, Nick smiling and all that, right? Because him being up here, and the Master Guild, the older lady who runs it, at first she was like, oh wait, it was getting a little suspicious, like, oh, too long for what, right? Questioning, right? Until they finally, when they get caught and they get arrested. And Claudine was pleading, saying, I wasn't a bad person to start with. And Tiana's like, you know what, but you could just, did that, though. You could have corrected all those mistakes. You had a chance to correct yourself the whole time, right? Which, yeah, like I said, you weren't a bad person to start with, because you had shitty parents, though. But the thing is, though, that it doesn't excuse what you, for your own actions, what you're doing to people otherwise, conning, scamming people, right? It didn't excuse for your own actions, what you do in the present, not, And yeah, basically, you just become as bad as your parents were. Sad to say, So yeah, Claudine, yeah, she deserved to be arrested, because of the stuff to do. But yeah, she had a bad life in the beginning due to shitty parents, though. But the thing is, though, like I said, doesn't excuse for all the crappy things you do now. So, and afterwards, Curran was kind of like being a little bit, kind of like congratulating Curran, holding on her own, because by the time they had, the final round, right, they had a deal like, hey, let's do everything all at once, right? Like, all the free punches all at once. So, Curran, she was, like, riding very fast, being very impressed, just doing all this stuff very fast, knowing that she probably had a lot of the answers right? So, Curran was feeling very pleased with herself that she learned math, like, good. It was basic math, though, because we saw, like, 2 plus what, or simple multiplier dividing, right? To be honest, of course, like a lot of people like myself, I always hated math. I always sucked at math. Raise your hand if anyone who here always hated math, like me. I always hated math, but it was a sucky subject, though, but I had to pull through to finish math altogether, right? So, yeah, math is not loved by everybody. Probably 90% of people don't like math. But yeah, and so episode 6, halfway through the show now, it was another very good episode. Like Claudine, she got what he deserved, But it's, like, I just repeat myself though, but still, but It was especially the whole thing of a mathematics brawl, bare knuckle fight was kind of a different thing I've seen in anime. Just you're fighting while at the same time while you're doing math, and if you get if your opponent gets scores higher than yours, you get a free. Your teammate gets a free punch, and the other guy who had the low score. So, yeah, it was a kind of interesting way to settle for a fight, right? That's to say, mathematics, bare knuckle, yeah. So, but yeah, Curran, she got a chance to improve on her math skills. Okay, because I say best dragon girl, she did her best. If we're going 80, so if we saw from 18 going from 86 to 78, 79, best dragon girl, she did her very best, and just by the end she was like started writing very fast, and Claudine's like, how could she know to do all that fast? Nah, she was probably getting the answers wrong on purpose just to get through, right? But I'd probably say she was running that fast. We never saw those scores for those though, so probably she's soon got a lot of those right. Due to perseverance and determination and confidence from her teammates. Because first she said she called herself stupid, that Nick was getting beat up because of those free punches, right? But Nick gives her some very encouraging words, saying that you're not stupid, and you're very good at what you're doing. Just continue doing it. It just shows how, well, especially with Nick and not Claudia, because she's trash. Nick and Curran, right? Those two have really started bonding more close with each other, right? And of course, the rest of the teammates working together as a team, they become more as this big glue that holds this whole party together. Like I said, they're the ones like apparently supposed to save the world, like in the title says. Disillusioned adventurers, they're trying to save the world. Yeah. So, but it was another good episode. I really enjoyed it. So, but that's episode 6. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review, and we'll see you next time. Later.